Here we're doing a comparison between the Minox blhd 10x44 and the Sigsauer Zulu 5 10x42. They're both really good pieces of glass, pretty close in price. There are some differences. There's some pros and cons to each one. I really like the bag and the strap that it comes with the Sigsauer. Really nice setup there. Minox still has a great strap, but I'd say it's not as nice as the Sigsauer personally. The bag, not as good by any means. I socket cover I like on the Minox better than the Sigsauer, and the dust covers on the objective lens were they're pretty close to the same. I just lost these ones when I lent them out to someone else, but I'm getting some new ones coming back in the mail, hopefully soon as they can find some. And basically the bigger difference between these, really, they all have the eye socket points that move up. Is what you're looking through is that's a pair of German glass. We're not sure what this glass is. I'm going to bet you it's Chinese, but still, most glass is made in China anyway, and still really good. Don't get me wrong. It's the difference in performance. I have really good eyesight, and I've noticed when I'm trying out multiple different colors of glasses, is these are about the same. Light transmission is pretty close. This has a little better light transmission, but that's Minox. Minox is very, very high light transmission compared to other brands. And the other thing is, that's basically at low light, you're going to see a little more for a little longer. That's about it. On that end was crispness. The image was slightly crisper on my Minox compared to my Sigsauer, and that's really going to come down to if you've got the good eyes to really notice those differences, and you're used to looking through high quality glass, and even going back bounce and forth cheap stuff, you'll notice those stuff. But if you're not used to it and you don't have the good eyesight, you might be better off buying a pair of these Zulus for slightly less, and get what you want. Polycarbonate body. I would say a little more resilient to being dropped because of how they flex, and a counter for shock. Magnesium bodies, still really good. They're all really good. I've taken a fall on this one. I just got this one recently, so I can't say I've had a ton of them. This one took a fall on it while climbing, and it was in my backpack. Had minor padding, but I should have damaged it and didn't at all. It crushed my backpacking pot completely, so I had to uncrush that. But that tells you how much damage I took when fall. But otherwise, really good, very solid. Either way, they were basically about $100 apart at the time. I got price wise, they're still for spotting. I use mine mostly for hunting and backpacking, but for a whole bunch of other things, just for leisure bird watching and other trips and stuff, just to see farther. They're both going to do a great job. A lifetime warranty with these, a 30-year warranty with these. Honestly, if you need more than 30 years on a pair of optics, I don't know what you just did. I mean, at that point, you should have bought a new pair probably. Both are made by the same. Actually, they're technically belong to the same holding company. Sigsauer, JP Sauer, Mauser, Minox, and Blauser, all are under the same company, the Sig holding company or the Blauser holding company in the U.S. Sig is on the tactical side more. Blauser, Minox, JP Sauer, and Mauser are more the hunting side of that company. They're all part of the same German company. They're very, very good. I recommend anything for the most part from those companies, and I haven't got anything really wrong. That if it is, it's usually a one-off, and they took care of it right away. So go out and get a pair, and you'll probably enjoy either one of them very well.